Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Luis El Milusos, and today I've done a series of videos for you guys with regards to how to make a hole on your dash area for one of the toggle switches. I showed you the unboxing of this AVH-290BT from Pioneer. I talked a little bit about the wiring harness. Don't be cheap, don't be lazy, go out and get a harness. It'll save you a lot of headaches and a lot of trouble later. Now I'm going to show you how to connect these. If you're going to go splicing on your vehicle, take the battery off. You don't want to short anything. Your fuses could short, your stereo could burn, a lot of different things. So I just do everything outside. Take a, have a beer, have a soda, water, whatever, and just take time, relax and get this done. So what I'm going to show you right now is the harnesses come specific for every vehicle. And some of the harnesses are separated in two, and some of them might be just one fat one, a little bit wider, a little bit longer, and it's just one big harness with all the wiring. In this case, for this car, it comes with two. So you look for the one that has a red, the yellow, and the black, and that's the one that's the three wires that are gonna be your power. One of these wires, usually, this one's a battery constant, the yellow one. It's gonna be your straight battery all the time. That's the one that's gonna keep your radio stations and your presets and all of that on your stereo. It's going to remember all of that because it has constant battery. Don't worry, it's not going to drain your battery overnight or anything like that. It's designed for that. And then this red one is going to be for your ignition switch. I have found in the past some of the cars that these are backwards, where the vehicle, the red is going to be your constant and then this is going to be your ignition. But most stereos nowadays and most newer vehicles are going to have it this way. So let's go ahead and go ahead and match this. So this is the one that goes in the stereo, and what you're going to do is you're going to take your yellow, and you can use a butt splicer, which is the little like bullet style, and then you put half of this in and half of this in, and then you crimp them together. Problem is, a lot of times as you're moving them, as you're bending them, as you're working with them, they come loose. I don't trust them as much as I trust getting these and turning these and merging them together, and then you got them in there, and then you could use the little triangle ones that I forget the name of those, but you twist them and then they lock. But I prefer to use just good old-fashioned electrical tape. You go in there and you make sure that these are very nicely protected and covered. These are your power. This is your battery. If this touches anything metal, it will fry your stereo or your fuse, or at the very minimum your fuse, but you are risking your stereo. So again, yellow with yellow, you're gonna go red with red, okay, and you're gonna start splicing these, and you're gonna color code them. Because I'm outside and there's no power going through these, all the wires can touch each other, there's no issue. And that's why I like to do it out here. So you go ahead and connect your yellow with yellow, your red with red. You're going to do every single color, and you're just going to start doing this, and you're going to repeat it. It's going to be a while if I just do it and show you every single wire, but you get the idea. Make sure these are nice and strong. If you need to, if you feel the tape is not enough, you can add more, take that small piece out, restart it, whatever you want. So it's there. So once you start doing that, then you're going to go again, yellow, orange with the white stripe with that one. Then you're going to look for blue with blue, and then you're going to go the solid white with solid white, the solid the white with the black stripe, with the white with the black stripe, and you just start matching those. And then this one comes in purple with purple, green with green, and the one with the stripe, and you just match them. They're color coded. When you're done, what I like to do is, once I have everything done, if this is too long and you want to cut it, you could always shorten it, but if not, you could just fold it like that and just bend it in. And once you have all the wires, your wires are going to kind of be all connected with the tape, and it's going to look kind of like this. Alright, so you're going to have one solid, one to the stereo, and these go out. I am not really including this one because this is a different function. So what I do once I have that there, once they're all taped, is I just, for the ease of it, I just come in here, and then I just start creating just a wrap over all the wires. Of course, remember, they have to all be wired, all be connected, all be taped, and then I just go around and create it and make a nice and clean connection, so that when I put it under my dash, they're easy to maneuver, they're nice and clean, there's no cochinero, and everybody's all like doing a great job there. So let's say that's all finished, and this is all for illustration. Then you've got a nice maneuverable harness. You can bend it, you can do whatever. So this end will go into your stereo. These two will go into the respective harnesses in the car stereo. When you pull your original stereo out, it'll have these two. You just press and release from your car stereo, and your car, and then your car stereo will come up with these, and then these will replace the car stereo, and then they'll go into the other one. So that's kind of how you do it. This particular wire here I want to talk to you about. This is the one that a lot of people make a big deal and stink about, because this is the one that sends that signal from your e-brake to your parking brake to your stereo to tell it that you're in park, that you're not driving, that you're able to watch a video. But sometimes you have a passenger, you have your kids, you want to play a video in the car, you might not have the headrest videos or the top DVDs or whatever, and maybe your kid wants to see something, or maybe you just want to you want to put in something that has videos and listen to that. So the stereo is going to be limited to audio. It's not going to show you any image. Well, we're going to get around that. One of the things that you're going to do is you're going to splice this. One thing that you have to do or pay attention to, is I'll do it with this one, is you can use a crimper, you can use anything that has like this cutter style. If you press too hard, you've cut the wire, you're done. So you've lost the tip, it's already here, you lost it. So you kind of just softly, you pick how deep you want to go in, how much you want to expose, and you just softly start turning, and you just kind of squeeze a little bit and a little bit, and you kind of do that. When it's just there and you feel that, okay, maybe it's cut, then what I do is I just grab, I don't pull like this, I make myself a tether, and then I just stretch it, and then I pull, and if it's having a hard time, then I go ahead and, see, right there I cut it. It's too much. So some of these are very delicate, very soft, some of them will take a little bit more, and then there it is. So you just kind of squeeze and pull, you'll expose the copper, and there it is. So that's what you want to do with this one, is expose the copper as well. And here's a neat thing about this. There is a way to bypass this parking brake, and some of the stereos, all you do is you take this and you ground it to your stereo, or you ground it to any ground, and then it's just done, it's ready. This stereo back here, the AVH-290BT, has a little hole here, and it takes a little screw in there. I don't have a screw with me, so but you can do that. I'll illustrate it with just anything, just so you get the idea. Find the one that has the right thread. Go to the hardware store. If you have any of your little screws or bolts or whatever laying around, you can do that too. You can even put it up here. You can loosen one of these and tighten it up here. If you wanted to do that, that'll work just fine. I prefer the one back here because it's out of the way. It's in the back where it's supposed to be. And it's the wrong thread, but the idea is that you'll have the right thread, and you'll put it in here. You tighten that up. This one will go here, and will go in there. If that works on your particular stereo and you can see videos from now on, that's all you have to do. Pioneer designed it to where, yes, the very first time that you install this, it's going to allow you to watch the video, but as soon as you drop your key and you open it up again, it's gonna error you out, and it's not gonna let you watch it. So you have to bypass this. And here's what we're gonna do and how you're gonna bypass it. So I have a toggle switch. And the toggle switch, if you see the 3 lines on the bottom, there's 3 little pins on the bottom. So if you press there, you've connected this one and this one. And if you press there, you've connected this one and this one. So one of them is gonna be empty because you want it to be blank. So this one will go to either your center or your corner. Doesn't really matter. I'll put this one here. I've already frayed it. I've already stretched it. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this to this one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this tip and I'm gonna put it into this section right here. And I make it a little bit long to where it kind of rolls around, and then you just spin it. So when you spin it, you can go ahead and create that connection and leave it nice and firm. Now, you're gonna need a second cable, and your second wire is just, you take another wire, and again, we already frayed the ends for the video purposes, so you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna stick that into the center section, and I'm gonna go the opposite direction of the first one that I got, and I'm gonna come and bring it around again, and then I'll put it in here, and I'll spin it so that it tightens it up and makes it like a nice little connection. So now, because these are exposed, I don't want them touching each other without me wanting to. So what I do is I take a little small piece of tape, and then I take this one here and I put it on the outside and take this tape and secure it, and then I just go around this way and create just a protection one from the other, and then I put this here this way. So now that I have that there, it's gonna be separate. Okay, you could do the same for the other one, but you really don't have to, and then you're all done. One of these is gonna go to your stereo. Can you pause that for just a second? Sorry about that, guys. We had some background noise, so I wanted to get rid of that. Okay, so anyway, we already wired that in there. So now, from your wiring harness, from your stereo, this wire was supposed to just ground here, but because it doesn't allow you to do that with this particular Pioneer model, we want to bypass that. And what I did is I just took a second cable, second wire, and I'm going to wire the second one into the stereo to create that ground. And then this one is going to go to ground. So that means that when I turn my stereo on and I want to watch a DVD, it'll say, warning, you're not supposed to drive and watch these videos or whatever. And so what I do is I just clip this little button here, and then it activates and it grounds it instantly as the very first time that I touched it. So when that's on, it's going to say, okay, you just touch the okay on the screen, and it's going to release the video. Now, the next time that you come along, when you're done with your video, even if you forget, the next time that you come in and you turn it on and you want to watch a DVD while you're driving, it's going to give you the error message. You've already have it grounded, but it's not recognizing it. So what you do is you turn it off and you turn it right on again. And then it'll read the ground again, and then it'll release it again. So you're going to have to do this every time you watch your video, but you'll be able to watch your video. So it's not too bad if you consider you're really not supposed to be watching while you're driving. So that's a little trick. So there you are. And then what you do, so this is the actual console here, the center of the vehicle that I took this off. It's just for illustration purposes. And the original stereo goes there. Now, this is a double DIN because it has a space, but it has this little tray that came from factory. The AC little power buttons go up here and all of that. So what I did is I pulled the dash, I pulled it off, and it exposed this. I took the screws off. And what I'm going to do here is just remove this bracket, and we're going to go ahead and remove it. And so now the stereo is prepared for installation. Your toggle switch and all of that can go wherever you want it to go, and then the wire, this black wire, would just have to be, or red, or whatever color you choose, would just have to be the length that you needed. This is just for illustration purposes. So you take this off. This is on the right, on the driver's side. So we're going to spin this over, and we're going to go ahead and connect it. Now the stereo has the openings or the holes for the different sections. So there it is. It sits real nice. It just fell right into place. And that seems to be the correct location for that. So the stereo comes with the little screws here, and you just have to figure out which one you want to use. If you want to use the one that has the design, that has that like a, it's not flat, and then you have one that's flat. In this case, I think I'm going to use the one that's flat, only because I don't need the other one. So, and it's got a nicer radius to it. The head of the screw is a little bit wider, so it'll hold better. So I'm just going to use that one. And now if this doesn't fit when it goes into your car, then you could just, that's why it has so many different holes. On the other car that I had, I actually had to drill a hole to my stereo, and I did what I had to do. So that's one section. You come in here, you take this one here, you release that one. And I just happen to pick a table that holds my screw. It doesn't allow it to fall, so that's a good table. Alright, this one we're going to go around. So again, carefully flip that over. And then this will come here, and it'll sit in place. And I don't need this just yet. So I'm going to prepare for that. Alright, good deal. You can use the same screw that came if you really wanted to use that. Or you can use the other one if it's not too long. In this case, these are longer, so I don't want to use them. I don't want to chance it. These are a little shorter, so I'll use the one that comes from Pioneer, only because of that that little extra length may affect it. You're able to peek through the hole and see, but I'm just safe. I'll just go with the one that came with it. Better safe than sorry. Okay, so you install this one. In some cases, a stereo might have other holes that you can use for extra security. I don't recommend you drilling into the stereo, only on the bracket separately to line up with another hole in the stereo. So there's your stereo, there's your double DIN scenario. That's already set up, so that would be the way that it would sit. This cover would come over and sit right over the stereo, perfectly sized, and that replaces that, and you should be able to now take your harness, plug it to the back, run your cord wherever you want it, and then now you've got a working stereo and you're set to go. So that's how you prepare your stereo. You wire it all up for your installation. It makes it super easy, super simple. You're not struggling in the car, you know, dealing with all the wires, the stereo falling down by your shifter, all of that good stuff. So and it keeps it nice and new and nice and shiny, and you can go ahead and do it. So thank you for watching. Hope you liked the video. Again, Luis El Milusos. Subscribe, hit like, and if you need any suggestions, if you have any suggestions, or you need any questions answered, go ahead and shoot them my way. I'll be more than happy to do that. I've been focusing a lot on the vehicles because obviously I'm just passionate about cars. I love cars, and so I do a lot of different things with cars. But we could do like the other one that I had where I unclogged the sink. We could do household things. We could do, and just different ideas, different things like that you may have. So any DIYs that you may have. So again, thank you for watching. Luis El Milusos. Catch you in the next video.